Alright. I think we can finish the Hunchback.
Yeah.
I should have done this move first, though. Alright. So that center torso should be almost dead. How much? 16. Alright, focus on it, 50% chance to hit. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna be somewhat pissed, but there we go. Alright, 2 mechs down. Now we need to take out that Centurion. Okay. Don't really have a fantastic move here. But the Centurion is standing still. What I'd like is to get enough morale that I can hit him with a precision strike. So he just stays where he is, and we can just really hit him hard, more or less. You know what? I'm willing to walk out a little bit further. Actually, it doesn't make any difference, does it? We just get 1 evasion. We've seen evasion isn't really all that important, so... Alright.
Engaging target.
Alright, so we just need to do as much damage as we can here. Right now, the Centurion's the only thing giving them vision. Granted, I was about to say the Javelin will give them vision soon. Okay.
Commander.
Now Leo is going to walk back over this way. We do want him to be able to fire the medium lasers. This is going to be the precision strike. Really good call for it here.
Got it.
Okay, precision strike. Right torso is already hurt. And that will take out a good chunk of the weapons if this guy does live this long. I don't suspect he will, but...
All weapons are go.
As a matter of fact, if I had focused on the center torso, he might have just died.
I think I hit something good.
Yeah, that was a bad call on my part. In any case, we might be able to finish him here.
Commander.
Yeah, you're probably right on that. So we either go really aggressive and we go for the kill, but we leave the Jenner in a really bad spot. Or we hold and just wait. We did precision strike this guy. I'll probably be able to finish him. It really probably makes more sense for the Shadowhawk duo after the Javelin. But I don't have a guarantee that the Jenner is going to get the kill. Whereas the Shadowhawk could go up on this hill and get that side shot and probably guarantee the kill. So I'm going to reserve 1 time.
They've got a sensor.
Oh, hey, that's a wasted turn, so I'm fine with that. They could already have seen the trebuchet, I'm pretty sure. We have small lasers now, so I could make this a multi-target situation. Might want to move the Jenner first, because I might block the shot.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. That's a terrible shot. Anyway, so what I should do instead... it doesn't matter what order I do that in, though, because the small lasers don't care about things like that. So, yeah, we're just going to move up here. We're going to hit the Centurion, finish it off. I'm going to be firing way more weapons than I need to, but... Again, I'd rather something be dead than not. So... Okay. Open fire here.
Engaging multiple targets.
Way overkill. But I could have hit his leg several times, and I didn't really know if that would happen or not. So... And then we burn down the evasion. I'll probably sensor lock the Javelin. And then we'll retaliate on the Javelin with the Dragon. And I actually want the Shadowhawk to draw some fire. I'm hoping that it does, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen.
listening.
He's still a really bad shot. But what we're going to do here is we're going to sensor lock so that the dragon has a better shot. If we can take out the javelin, they have no vision. Granted, it'd be fairly easy for them to get vision. As a matter of fact, they just did. Hello. Alright.
Yes, Commander.
I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, okay. I was going to back up, but no, I'm not sure that's the right call. We could melee strike the cicada, which would hurt it a lot. We just leave the dragon in a really vulnerable spot, and it's already taken a number of hits. We're also not running hot enough, I think, probably to justify that. Cicada's not running hot at all, which is not really a surprise to anyone. I'm just going to back up slightly. Oof. A chance to hit. Pretty terrible. What happens if I don't move? Yeah, I think we just go with the melee attack and then live it out. I think I can survive for one turn. I mean, again, I'm going to be going absolutely dead last. So all of these enemy mechs are going to be able to attack me. I don't know a way I avoid that. I just think the chance to hit here is too low. I'm going to do it because it's a conservative move, but we could also go after the cicada. It's actually easier to hit. You know what? I'm going to do that.
Moving to position.
I set this guy up to be hit, but I'm starting to think this is the better target. I might multi-target here because this is easier to hit with that. Yeah, it's like some weapons are easier to hit on the cicada and some weapons are easier to hit on the javelin. So I'm going to split shot this. Maybe it's not a good call, but maybe we can do something against that cicada. We'll just have to see.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
Okay. Oh no, the javelin's gonna get in behind me.
Warning.
God damn it.
Enemy in rear arc.
Well, we're probably gonna punch his ass.
Right here. Mm-hmm.
Not with the javelin, because the javelin doesn't do... Javelin. Jenner. Not with the Jenner, because the Jenner only does 90 damage. Let's wait. Not really a strong move here right now. Okay, Shadowhawk 2D. We cannot take too much more of this beating that we're taking. But we're starting to pick the enemy apart, so... And the javelin is the last mech we have to kill. And then we could do a good faith withdrawal. I don't really want to do that, though, because I actually think we can handle this. I'm going to try and kill the cicada. I think we can do it.
Position confirmed.
Precision strike. I'm not going to mess around here. This is going to be straight center torso. Just to try and go for the kill. I've got 82% chance to hit his center torso. So this should probably... Well, until the medium laser missed. Well, at least we got that, I guess. I don't know if that really limited his firepower at all. But we precision struck him, so... I should be able to follow up. And I think there's only 3 of them. Just the dragon cannot take this kind of beating too much longer. Okay. I don't really want to give my back to those guys. Can I not do this? You're kidding me. I can't do the melee attack anywhere else. Well, this is not a choice. Because I don't have vigilance, so they're going to be able to hit me. This is not a choice.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can finish this guy. Yeah, I could. Probably the only move I have. I really wanted to melee him, though, because I would have done way more damage, I think. Alright, might be able to finish this.
Here goes.
Maybe? There we go. Alright, so if I can kill the Javelin,
Dropped him.
that's all their vision. Well, no, that's not true. The Shadowhawk is here now. The only problem is if I do that, it's just going to be ring around the rosy with this guy. As far as he's just going to get behind me next turn, and then we're putting ourselves out in the open. The only problem is there's no real better move, so I guess that's what we're going to do. No, because I don't know if Ace Pilot works with melee, but I would have to turn around to punch him. Yeah. So, it doesn't work that way, unfortunately. I guess this is the only move we got. Oh, we want the Shadowhawk to draw fire anyway, so I guess this works out. You used to have an ability. The ability that was there before the coolant vent ability was that worked that way. But it was not really... Nobody took it because it's not all that good. The situation is too rare to justify putting points into it. So most other people took anything else. Because just about every other ability was better. So... Alright.
Awaiting orders.
We could get a full salvo here. This is the Shadowhawk 2D, so it's fairly low on armor. Maybe it can get in behind me, but the train might be hard for that. We'll do our best to try and prevent it,
Good to go.
but it's going to be tough. Doesn't have a lot of evasion, so we can get in here and do some damage.
Fun.
No retreat.
There goes the Javelin.
That really hurts.
Well, Leo, you're injured again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and have Truck come in and try and help against the Shadowhawk. Not sure this is the right time to use a precision strike. I'm gonna say no. Looks like we got his arm. So a little bit of his damage has been reduced.
Something special.
Shadowhawk is still very dangerous from a melee combat standpoint, but it looks like he decided to go with a move that I'm perfectly fine with. Yeah, I think we're gonna pull it out. I was kind of not sure how this was gonna go at first, but multi-target situation. So you're A. You're B. Oh, I don't know if I can really do this. We're gonna have to turn that off. That's gonna be B. You know, it might be just a better call to just hit the Shadowhawk harder than do this Javelin like this. I don't know if I'm close enough to punch him, but his rear armor is going to be hard to hit now because of the way he moved. I might still be able to get in there. Maybe I don't worry about the Javelin. I could burn down his evasion, which makes it easier, but how much health does he still have? Not very much. I think just getting as much damage as we can against the Shadowhawk is probably more valuable. So I'm going to do this instead. Just turn off one of the medium lasers. I think this is the better call. Yeah, if they had brought a fourth mech, we'd be in trouble. That leg is screaming out, shoot me. So, the only thing is the right torso. What does the right torso have? Nothing important. Let's just go ahead and delete this leg, because that will make him a lot easier to kill.
Taking the shot.
Okay, we got him.
Solid connection on that one.
Maybe I could have finished him, but I think this just sets us up better. Also potentially removing any vision he would have given us, but granted the Centurion's going to move in, so... Okay, again, I'm fine with that, especially as he missed with all of that. Might be too close. Okay. Alright, here's your moment of glory. Get in there and kill this dude. This is going to be an overkill, but I just need this guy to die. Because the Javelin just headshot the Trebuchet, and it only had one SRM-6, so that was a lot of luck on his side. You know what? I am on a multi-target here. You're going to be A. You're going to be B. And the things that have a little bit better chance to hit are going to be B, but the things that were, like, absolute crap, they're going to go against the Shadowhawk.
Engaging multiple targets.
This is a better use of our weaponry. Especially as that killed them anyway. But I needed to make sure.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Okay, and Legend hasn't gone yet. If we can get another precision strike, I can get way ahead of these guys on initiative. But that's an if. But I move in here real close, precision strike the Centurion. And then we have the full turn potentially to knock this guy down if I can get another precision strike. So I think that's what I'm going to go with. We'll go right torso here, see if we can clip off a good chunk of his firepower.
All weapons, go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Truck is going to try for the kill on the Shadowhawk, as she has the least damage, but maybe has a good potential to get that kill. I'm going to figure the Shadowhawk's pretty hurt at this point. So we just focus down that center torso, maybe we get the kill?
Here goes everything.
Not quite.
Oh, now I'm
That's
just
unfortunate.
tearing you up.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, this is where we go with the precision strike. Try and knock him down even further in initiative.
Confirmed.
Question is, can we get off that other laser? Really would like that. No, unfortunately. Alright. Let's just keep going right torso.
Affirmative.
Yeah, I'll take a look at that in a second. The Shadowhawk. See how we're doing on that one.
Good.
He might have very few hit points left. Oh, actually, he has a decent amount on the center torso. So he has an LRM-5 and SRM-2. Shadowhawks are still a threat from a punching standpoint, though, so we have to be careful. Now we've got the follow-up right attack. Thankfully, the Fire Dragon will go before the Shadowhawk, because the Shadowhawk has been jumped like way down in initiative. Damn, I wish I could get into the small laser range, but I don't think I can afford jumping here because I'd be running hot probably. Might be worth it though. You know what, F it.
Engaging jump jets.
Yeah, just barely able to do it. This is a lot of damage and it's going to focus in there. Probably get the kill here.
All weapons committed.
Just, if too much of it hits the leg. Okay, there we go.
Enemy mech.
Alright, so all that's left is the Shadowhawk. Wait, wait a second. I thought it was at an initiative scale of 1. I could have swore that said it was a 1. Was it the Centurion that was at the 1? I guess it was. I misread it then.
Reporting.
Alright, melee this bastard.
Ten-4.
And then burn him for good measure. See if your pilot makes it out of that, you ass.
Mech destroyed.
I'm fairly certain he was, at 1, but maybe it was a Centurion. I don't think that was true, though, because we precision struck him, like, twice, and then he fell down. At least I think so. Or maybe we precision struck him once, and then he fell down. Well, either way, he should have been at a 1, I'm pretty sure. But Whatever. Alright, I've contacted our Capellan rep to find out why we're told about the extra land. So let's debrief in orbit, Commander. We probably won't get extra pay
Mission
either.
Successful.
I really can't take another fight like that. That's kind of why we're in such a bad financial spot. We keep getting fights like this. 2.5 difficulty should be perfectly acceptable for us. We should be able to do missions at this difficulty. But we keep getting missions like this. Okay. Any case, we get our money. Fortunately, Leo is out. We could grab a Centurion here. I wouldn't be able to use it. I'd probably have to put it down in storage. Let's just make sure there's no good weapon systems here. PPC with 15 stability damage is not worth it to me. I don't usually tend to use PPCs anyway, and I have better ways of getting that stability damage. So, no thanks. Guess we're just going to take the Centurion here. If we don't use it, we could always sell it. But it's going to go down into storage at the moment because... I don't know. I'd have to think about it. Maybe it won't. Either way, we're going to have to make a call on it. I think we're kind of beyond the point where Centurion 9A is all that valuable. As a backup mech, it may be. But we also already have the Enforcer. And we have that Vindicator. So we've got, like, plenty of backup mechs at this point. We have the Wolverine.
That mech is ready to fight, Commander.
Alright. So if I were to make this call, the Javelin would be the one that would have to go. We would still have a full lance of light mechs. I might be able to do something with the Centurion with like one of our UACs that we just got. That would be very cool, but I don't know if it's really worth it. I just don't know. I don't know where we're using this Javelin, because the Javelin has the same firepower as the Jenner, but the Jenner is just better in every other way. So I guess we'll send down the Javelin, but I don't know if we're ever going to use the Centurion. So I could just sell it. I don't know. I'm going to have to think about it. We're not going to do anything with it just yet, though. So we've got time to think about it. Okay. Let's get into our mech warriors. So now that Leo is out, we have to use Crackshot. So let's take a look at her. All right, she's already leveled up as much as she can be at the moment. Brunswick we will be using for this next mission because we got Truck what experience we needed in her. Okay, that's going to be that.
Awaiting orders.
We're still saving up for that. Still saving up for that. Okay, so not really anything I could do here. And I'm not going to spend the points on Truck unless I know I'm using her, because otherwise she gets paid more. So, yeah, that's going to be that, I guess. Okay. Well, then we're good to go. Let's take a look at our next contract. We don't have to change out any of our mechs. Nobody, I don't think, took serious damage. Let me take a look at that. I don't think the dragon ever got punched through. Yeah, the dragon's fine. Okay, good. Alright, fingers crossed we're going to do the other battle mission, and hopefully this isn't a massacre. So this is against pirates. Fortunately, even though there's only 2 of them, they're very... is there really only 2 of them? They're extremely heavily armed and very, very dangerous. That's why we're turning to you. Alright, so this is what? Potentially what? Assault mechs? If there's only 2 of them, it might be assault mechs. It could just be heavy mechs, but I suspect that they're going to be assault mechs. If that's the case, we can handle them. Especially if there's only 2 of them. I will take the salvage as is. We're being paid $705,000. Excuse me, I've got hiccups. Oof. Okay, and the salvage is 313, which is really good. If there's only 2 of them, that's probably more than we need. But it increases the chance we get more parts, perhaps. Like if we're able to leg one or headshot one. I mean, I'm not going to go for it necessarily, but if we do get it, I'd like to get more parts out of it. So I think we stick with it. Alternatively, we could get paid a little bit more. We'd be at almost $1 million and have salvage of 2.8. I really hope we don't get screwed on this one and they're not very good mechs. Because if that's the case, this hurts. But I'm going to go with this. Alright, let's switch out the Jenner for the fire starter. Just have to find the right one. There it is. Get Brunswick in here. Kind of wish he was in that last mission, but I do have to get experience into my backup pilots because, as we just saw, sometimes we're going to need them. Crackshot's going to have to be in this one. Okay. There we have it. I feel like the Shuttlehawk did a really good job. I like the modification we made. I think it's a much more effective mech now. And the Dragon has also been increased in effectiveness as well, and will be so even more once we get that UAC in there. That will allow it to do a real lot of damage, so I am looking forward to that. Alright, let's go ahead and deploy. May not change out much else with it. We could alternatively just go with the UAC too. I mean, it does 70 damage, which would still be an improvement. Only an improvement of 10, but it only weighs 5 tons, so we'd save ourselves 3. I might have to go with another ton of ammo, so I don't know how many tons of ammo we have on this thing, probably only 1. But let's say we do 2 tons of ammo, that would give it plenty of endurance. Might not be all that necessary, you could probably survive with just 1 ton, but even if we did do that, we would have 2 more tons to spend. So I could give it a heat sink. I'm sure the UAC the Ultra Auto Cannon 2 should be lighter. I mean, sorry, less heat. I would have to check that, but it should be. So if it's less heat,
Interface initiated.
who knows what we're going to do. But I think we could probably fit on 1 more ton of armor at least, and then maybe a heat sink, and just it would be a really nice, effective mech. Okay, I'll be on station keeping an eye on things. Come... Unknown lands, this is a Canopian command. We are in pursuit of dangerous criminals. Leave the area and you will be fired on. Of course it was more mechs. What the Darius, did we just get sold out? So we're fighting the Canopians again. Let's assume good faith on the part of our employers, Meyer. Attention Canopian lands. We are an MRB, a bounded mercenary company. We are under contract and cannot withdraw. No answer, Commander. They don't seem to be bluffing. Looks like we'll be fighting 2 battles at once. Well, it's fine. We'll let them kill each
Nice
other.
foliage. I bet it smells great out there.
I'm not sure if we should be concerned with how good it smells.
I'm there.
All right. They do start off fairly close. I will sprint forward with Legend, though.
On the move.
I don't know what direction these guys are going to come from.
Bandits.
Wait, we do have a contact here. It's a 95-ton mech, so as I suspected, these are assault weight. I guess we stick to this side then. Go ahead and sprint up here. I want to see if there's anything else out there. Hey boss, got an unmarked dropship coming in fast and low. Want to bet that's the other team. Okay, so they're not actually there yet. Alright, we may not want to actually do all that much damage. 95 tons, that could be a number of things. Could be a Banshee, we'll have to see. I'm not as familiar with a lot of the really assault class mechs because not often we fight them at this stage of the game. So it's a heavy and an assault, it seems like. 65-ton mech. Oh, they're going to drop right on top of him. That's great.
Standing by.
So we can act against this guy pretty much freely because his ally is way the hell over here.
Good to go.
Can we establish line of sight? We sure can. Not really sure there's an advantage in doing so, though. We'd probably be better off just sensor locking him and making sure that we stay out of line of sight. Because I can't attack him. We'd like him to come to us, so I'm just going to sensor lock him. Let's see what he is.
I've got a sensor lock.
It is a Banshee. Alright, that was my initial guess. Okay, so what are we looking at? We're looking at this variant. Pretty heavily armed. PPC 1, 2, 3, 4 medium lasers, 2 small lasers, an SRM-6, an AC-10, another PPC, so 2 PPCs total. That's pretty good firepower. The standard Banshee is not really all that threatening, but this one's pretty threatening. Now, to allow it to have this kind of firepower, I believe it downgrades the engine, so it's not going to be a very fast mech.
All right.
Oh, fuck. That was a mistake. That was an accident. I'm sorry, guys. I can't believe I just did that. God damn it. I accidentally hit the done button. I told you guys I was scatterbrained today, and you're seeing evidence of it. There's Scanopian bounty hunters, Commander. Still no response, so expect to be fired on. Well, at least we get a hint of what we're looking at here. I can't make it out. Is that a Thunderbolt or an Orion or something? Well, we got a Hatchetman, a Commando, a Spider, and maybe a Dragon. Kind of hard to see. Could be an Archer. Probably an Archer. Engage, but watch you don't get caught between them and the targets. Well, what I could say is we're waiting. We're waiting for them. That's what it is. We wanted them to fight each other. We didn't waste our turn on accident.
Reserving action.
Oh, I'm an idiot. We could have been hitting that Banshee. I don't know why. I just saw the button done, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to look at the thing with the Banshee anymore. And by the way, if I'm just totally honest with you guys, I actually thought about not streaming today because I was a little out of it. But there, you get evidence of what I'm talking about there. All right. So they're going to attack here. Yeah, and I wasted a turn. I could have been attacking it, unfortunately. So that lance over there will be occupied with whatever the heavy mech is there. I mean, it fired a flamer. I don't know what the hell that thing is. It looked like either an Orion or a Thunderbolt, but I really couldn't make it out.
Ready for orders.
All right, so I think what I'm going to do here, I'm going to just try and stay out of the line of sight, and we're going to sensor lock him.
Move into position.
Which is what I did last time, and I just totally borked it.
Got a lock.
Yeah. All right, here comes the Banshee. Okay, he's going off to fight the other guys, which is kind of good. Trebuchet, can you do me a favor and just like kind of stay away from him so he doesn't murder you? Hey, Jason. Probably here is a good spot. I'm hoping the rock blocks the line of sight. That's what I'm like trying to do. Sometimes it's really hard to figure that kind of stuff out.
Rolling.
I think he sprinted. Oh, you know what? I messed up. I should have had somebody else attack first. Oh, well. Maybe we just focus damage on the left side there. Have everybody attack him from the left side.
Commander.
I have to be careful with this dragon though, because I do not want him to attack me at all if I can avoid it. So what I'm looking for is an ability to attack him and then maybe retreat. I can always sprint away. I mean, we're going to beat him in initiative, so it's, I guess, possible we do that. Well, this is the upgraded damage one. This is the one that has a lot of firepower. I was looking at that earlier. That's a lot of firepower. I don't want to eat that if I can avoid it. So, and we've got time in this battle. There's no time limit. He's being distracted by the enemy, so hopefully he doesn't come after me instead. One thing I did do though is I did let his ally see me. Well, it's a very good melee focused mech because of how much damage it can do. I guess we'll go aggressive here, do what damage we can. And again, we're focusing on the same side, so maybe it will work. But I'm probably going to run away next turn. Hey, we got an AC-10 crit. Yeah, it's not the best assault mech.
Critical damage.
The reason why is
Time.
it has too much movement for how heavy of a mech it is. Now, this version, I believe, downgraded the engine to fit all that weaponry, but the standard Banshee, it's fast for the size mech it is, but you have a lot of diminishing returns when you try and make a mech this big be that fast. So that's why it's not very good. So they're just shooting at each other. We have no idea what's going on because they're too far away. We should reserve at least one more time. I think if we play this out right, what will happen is we'll get the first move on initiative 3. Although I think I already borked the move, honestly, because, well, I have to make the call here. Do I just keep hitting him and hope he goes down? Most of his firepower is on the right side, which I haven't hit at all. Yeah, I borked this move. It's okay. We can still make do. Let's have the trebuchet attack because, I mean, it's going to want to attack anyway. We could precision strike him. It doesn't really probably matter. And that way we at least go after the left torso here, or maybe knock that out. I mean, who knows? Maybe all of our mechs attacking him at once so we could kill him before he gets a chance to go. I mean, we are hurting him.
That hit something good.
I'm going to have to see what the damage is like at the moment. So as I said, his ally could see me. Now, the upside of that is his ally potentially didn't do anything. I don't know. It's hard to say what happened there. I mean, we're seeing a bunch of damage happen. That's definitely an archer, I think. So we haven't really touched his center torso at all. It has 200 armor. Almost have him knocked down. If I move back like this, I could keep hitting me on that side, hit him with the... vast majority of my firepower. Actually, why would I do that? All right, this is what I'm going to do. This is going to be the hit and run attack. I want to see how effective this is going to be. See if we knock him down. Maybe we will. I mean, he probably is going to be hard to knock down regardless. But let's just see how well this does. And then maybe we might be able to kill him. If all of our mechs hit that same side, he may go down. Just going to break from this, hoping that he can't get me if he's still alive. Alright, so this is the question we have to ask ourselves. How bad off is he? I don't know. I don't know if it's enough. Well, let me think about it. How much damage can I do? So, I don't know if we can get any of this information here. I probably would have to click on Legend and hit... Yeah, look at the weapons. Okay. Flamers, I could walk up. I know, I can't walk up and get close enough for that. So, ignore the flamers. It's only 10 damage anyway. So, we've got 65 plus 48. I wish this was easier math to do in my head, but I think that's 113 if my math isn't totally failing me. And then we've got, so 173, I believe. Somewhere around there. I might be off a little bit, but... Alright, so if that's true, what's the worst case scenario? We hit all on his leg. We'd blow his leg up. And then... about 50, yeah, 50 would transfer into his center torso, which would not be enough to kill him. Then we could follow up with the Firestarter, which has 120 damage, but that wouldn't be enough to kill him unless it all hit his center torso, and I don't think we have that guarantee. So, in theory, maybe we could kill him, but it's going to be close. We wouldn't diminish any of his firepower because all of his firepower is on the right side, and we can't really do anything about that. So this is where I have to make the call. Do I just run away from him and let me deal with it next turn? Or do I go for it and attack him? My gut says just run.
Orders.
Take your time. You've got the whole other lance, and he may go over there and do that. This is probably a bad call, but... The only thing is I don't know if the fire starter is in a safe position. I'm hoping that it is. I could guarantee that he's in a safe position, but I kind of want to take the risk. Because if this guy, he goes over here and attacks over here, then the fire starter has open range to do whatever he wants. If he comes down here and sees the fire starter, we're kind of in trouble, but thankfully the fire starter has some evasion. Not enough, probably. Well, I'm going to take that risk. Okay, he just ran away. Alright, I'm not sure what the Firestar is going to do here on this turn. Because he moved too far away from us to really get anything accomplished. I do think they have some light mechs, so in theory they could attack me. Let's get eyes on him, though. I want to get eyes on him. This is not really a super dangerous move, I don't think. So, it is a Thunderbolt.
Come on, people. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, that might have been a bad call. We might have been able to kill the Banshee, but... So yeah, the Thunderbolt's in a bad spot. It might even be a good call to allow the Banshee to rough them up a little bit and just back off. I'm gonna help. I'm gonna help
Standing by.
the pirates here. So I'm just gonna full on jump back, and I'm gonna sensor lock that spider to make it really easy for it to be hit.
Jumping.
The less risk we have on ourselves, I think the better. So we'll give them some chances here.
Locked on.
And the spider's already moved, so we'll let them do what they're gonna do here. I don't know if this Thunderbolt's gonna last, though. We'll have to see. Because they have a Hatchetman as well. I'm pretty sure we saw that. Okay. Now the Thunderbolt should be allowed to go.
Standing by.
Not really sure what happened there. Looks like a melee attack. Yeah, melee attack. Camera did weird things there, so it's kind of hard to say. I don't think this Thunderbolt did enough. Banshee's likely going to be okay. Oh, the Archer just took some heat damage. Alright, so our Trebuchet is going to start walking and looking for... It's going to be a very long-range shot, not a very accurate one. I guess we could just straight walk it. I will use a precision strike here to try and get a little bit better accuracy against it. Because why not? We're probably not going to be able to accomplish anything else this turn. Sure, whatever.
Roger. Target confirmed. Scored a critical hit.
Alright, let's see if the Banshee is able to do some serious damage here. We gave it the spider on a platter, but it looks like it's going to go after the Archer instead, doing seemingly very serious damage. Looks like the Banshee may have taken some heat damage. Not really sure how. Did it fire much before? I guess it did fire the turn before, huh? Okay, my mech needs to cool off, so we're just going to take it easy this turn. And... Legend can get a shot? Very long range shot. What is the chance of hitting? 50%? I'll take it. What the hell?
Moving to position. Firing.
Some of that should hit. There we go. We got the right torso. And it's going to fall down.
A critical hit.
So we've definitely served that spider up on the platter. Now, I don't know if the AI will do anything with it, but...
Mech warriors, show 'em what you got.
Also, the spider will be able to get up before they're able to do anything here anyway. Thunderbolt's going to take some nice rear shots. I believe the hatchet mode is over here somewhere. But yeah, I don't think the Thunderbolt's going to live much longer. It's taken an absolute beating. Oh, there goes a part on the Thunderbolt. It's still standing at the very least. Yeah, we'll just let them duke it out. A little confused. Oh, okay, that was the
Roger that. Standing by.
that was a medium mech. Okay, here comes the Thunderbolt. Probably a melee attack. It may not have very many weapons left, so maybe that's the best move it can do. Still has the Flamer, though. We already know that the Archer's taking heat damage, so it may have just shut down. Yeah, it shut down. That's why we can't see it on sensors anymore. Or it might have died to the heat damage. We'll have to... I mean, obviously, we'll have to find out. Well, it can't have, because we would have a percentage drop in the Canopian Bounty Hunters. Yeah, it just started up. Takes a turn to start up, more or less.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, can I get into a spot where I can attack? Oh, I cannot get in range? That seemed like it'd be dead on. I have to be careful here, because if the Banshee can see me, then that's a bit of a problem. Might just be another time where we get a sensor lock here. Yeah, I'm just going to stay put. I kind of like moving around to get the evasion. Yeah, okay, I'll move here. It kind of puts me in a dangerous spot, but we'll have time to do things. Let's go ahead and get a sensor lock. I don't know what the sensor lock. Oh, we can see the Thunderbolt. Oh, that's a problem. That means that this guy can see me. Okay, that was a mistake. I'm trying to protect myself. I kind of want to take out something on their side. Just not sure what. We could try and take out the Archer. It might already be dead, though. Because it's really hurting. 45, 25... I guess we could take some long-range pot shots at one of these lighter mechs. See if we can do some serious damage.
Got a lock.
I may have just put the fire starter unintentionally in a bad spot. Okay, well that hurts. Now it's dead. Okay, so let's start with Crackshot.
Waiting for orders.
Move up with the Trebuchet. So I can either hit the Thunderbolt or I can hit the Commando. I say Commando here. I know that the Thunderbolt is easier to hit, but it has taken less damage, and I'm trying to whittle them down, so... A lot of these are going to miss. Okay.
Orders.
We can hit the Thunderbolt.
Good to go.
I think it's starting to get to a point where we kind of have to do something. I'm going to hold this turn. I probably should have sprinted if I was going to do that. I didn't know what the shot was going to be like. I guess I should have checked that. I'm going to sprint, but I'm going to sprint this way. See if we can get in behind. Give us another turn to cool off.
It's go time.
Alright, so the fire starter could move in here and kill the spider before it gets a chance to go. I'm fairly certain to be able to pull that off. But I'm going to reserve at least one turn, see what happens. If they go after me, then that makes my decision a little easier. Okay, the spider's just going to run away. So, in that case, the spider is even more killable. If I could get within range, of course. But at the moment, they haven't attacked me. The commander might not be able to because of the train. Okay. I mean, honestly, the better move is to go after the Thunderbolt because it's almost dead. If you can knock it out. Well, I wouldn't have had enough raw damage, perhaps. Alright. I'm pretty sure this was a Hatchetman, but its weapons have not linked up with that. Ooh, a stray shot there. Alright, let's see what the Thunderbolt does. It's going to come in and melee, which is probably the only option it has open. I mean, these heavy mechs are still sticking it out.
Yep.
Guess I can't kill that spider. Not unless I put myself at risk. Might be worth it, though. I mean, I have to make a move so I can see things. Heavy Metal MIDI campaign? No, not yet. We're kind of moving towards that. Although there's a different flashpoint we're probably going to do first.
Up high.
There's a little bit of a risk. Because a Banshee may come after me. We're just going to have to hope it doesn't. I was hoping for a kill there. Alright, let's see what the Banshee does. Okay, they're going after the Commando. That's a sensible move. Alright. It was a Hatchetman. But it is a different variant that I'm used to seeing. Okay. So,
Commander?
starting with Trebuchet. Kind of putting myself out in the open here for no real reason. Probably just stay where I am, actually. I'm going to try and finish the Commando here. Fairly good chance we do it. Alright, so it's a Spider and a Hatchetman versus a Banshee and the Thunderbolt. I think the Canopians have already lost this thing. But what I'm going to do... actually, the left side's already taken a beating. Let's stay on that. Can we get the small lasers in there? No, not really. Okay, that's fine. Don't really need to. We'll just keep hitting that one side and probably finish this guy.
Engaging jump jet.
And if not, then... yeah, he's dead.
Engaging target.
This is overkill, actually. Well, now it's a Thunderbolt versus a Hatchetman and a Spider. And Legend.
Yes, Commander.
Is there a place I can go and attack the Spider? Not easily. I can, but it'd be out in the open. That might be okay. I'll use Vigilance. Okay, Vigilance. Multi-target. You're going to be A. You're going to be B. Okay, fire.
Copy that.
Alright. I mean, it did something, I guess.
Oh, missed it.
Mech warriors, show 'em what you got.
Can the Thunderbolt hold out? I think the answer to that is a no, but we'll see. I think the Hatchetman has enough to finish it. Running pretty hot, though. But what I would do if I was it... Now, granted, I don't know the range is right. But I would melee strike. Or at least move in to get those machine guns in. Because it's going to be all internals on the Thunderbolt. And I don't think the Thunderbolt can handle that. Let's just go ahead and reserve. I mean, if the Hatchman comes after me instead, it shouldn't be able to melee me.
Roger
But it
that.
might still attack me.
Standing by.
But again, it's running really hot. So it might not really be able to do a whole lot. I think the Thunderbolt's dead this turn. We're in a pretty advantaged position right now. The Hatchetman is running really hot. It just overheated, as a matter of fact. If I can get...
Yeah.
This is just going to be a melee kill. As a matter of fact, I'm going to move there. I think this guy's dead. I don't envision a world where this spider's still alive.
Ooh.
Yeah, goodbye.
One less target.
Okay. So, a very overheating...
Orders.
If I could get in there and get those flamers in, we'd be in a good spot. But instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move forward. Go ahead and go with the precision strike here. I don't know if this guy survives a full round of me just pelting him with all of my mechs here. I don't know about this variant, but usually Hatchetmen do not have great armor. I guess this one's alright-ish.
Standing by.
Still not great for what it's about to hit it.
Rolling. Firing.
And if we get close enough next turn,
Critical hit, Commander.
we might be able to hit him with those flamers and shut him down. So... I don't think I have enough heat to do close-in attack here. We'll use another precision strike and just go after it. Just center torso, try and finish him.
All weapons committed.
Yeah, goodbye.
Enemy mech.
Now that one was a lot cleaner, but that was because we were able to pit the two sides against each other because they weren't allied to each other. Commander, I've been talking to our Capellan rep, and this seems to be a case of simple bad luck. Apparently, this is the second time, though, Capellans. Apparently, the bad guys wiped out a Canopian unit just a few days ago. We just happened to both arrive at the AO at the same time. Let's regroup back in orbit.
Mission successful.
All right, cool. Nice successful mission. We did have a lot of salvage here, so we'll have to see what we can pull. I think I already have one archer part. Now, I don't know if it will line up to be the same variant. Yeah, it figures as Capellans it would set me up for something like that, right? All right, let's continue here. So nobody got injured. All right, unfortunately, this is an archer variant that I do not have any parts to, but there's all three parts. So I could pull this all three parts. Probably a good call, to be totally honest with you. I like Thunderbolts. I think they're very solid mechs, although I tend to be more of a fan of the standard variant, not the SS variant. I'm not as familiar with the Archer to know all the variants, but clearly this is a variant that... I mean, you could make this thing anything you want to. It's got 4 energy weapon slots, it's got 4 missile slots. There's a lot you can do with that. But it's saying that this variant trades out some of the long-range punch to become even deadlier with its up-close. When it's up-close, mounting SRMs to follow up when its LRMs have battered. Okay. I mean, archers are bad on a heat efficiency scale no matter what, but... I say we take all 3 parts for that. Well, before I do that, let's see if we have any good systems here. Not that I'm seeing. No. Because the only thing we have here is an extra accuracy, extra crit. I mean, it's all great and good to have this, but I'd rather have 3 parts of a mech that's a solid mech, so... it has a quirk that makes LRMs group up on modules better. Yeah, I think I remember that, so that should be good. All right, let's go ahead and do this one. I think that makes sense. We managed to get a spider part, which I'm not too excited about. Hey, we got the medium laser anyway, so it worked out. All right. Pretty good. I'm glad I took as much salvage as I did. because otherwise we wouldn't have gotten 3 archer parts. I might be able to cobble together an archer if we're lucky. I don't know about this system, and I don't know if we can afford it. All right, I think that one went perfect. So we're at almost 2.5 million, so we're still a little down on money. I mean, we could just see, is that there an archer in the store? Not that I see. It looks like they do it in alphabetical order. So, yeah, no archers. Catapult, if we had 7 million. Oh, I guess we should take a look at this too. So also no on this one. Okay. Well then, we're doing really well. As far as the contracts go here, we have an ambush convoy, we have a destroy base, we have another battle, but it's in Badlands, so I'm not going to be too much of a fan of that. This is in the desert. There's a travel contract, so that's not here. So I'll have to think about this one. I don't know. Where are we at with the Capellans? We're up to 59 with the Capellans, but we've dropped our Federated Sons reputation quite a bit by doing a couple contracts against them. So, yeah, it looks like we're going Capellans all the way here.